Hey guys, Jared back again. So I've got something a little bit different to show you today. This was sent to me by a company by the name of, and I know you're going to laugh at this, banggood.com. That's BANGGOOD.com. Yes, you can go ahead and start leaving the funny remarks in the comment section down below. You get that out of your system? Good. Let's go ahead and jump into the tablet here. So you're probably wondering to yourself right now, Jared, what's the resolution on this display? It does not look up to par. Okay, let's talk about the price point first and foremost. $100 budget tablet, $100 for this thing. You're getting a 7-inch tablet running stock Android 4.2.2 Jelly Bean. You get a quad-core Cortex A9 processor, clocked at 1.6 gigahertz. You get 1 gig of RAM, 8 gigabytes of internal storage, although all said and done, let's be honest here and be realistic, we're actually only left with about 4 gigabytes of internal storage. However, that's where that bad boy comes into place. That's right, that's a micro SD expandable card slot, up to 32 gigabytes, okay? Now on the front here, also you can see me, yes, hello. You'll notice that not only is it a super high reflective display, it's also a fingerprint magnet. So that said, I don't know if this actually came with an oleophobic coating, because if it did, when I'm rubbing it with my microfiber cloth, it would be gliding over it really easily. So I've actually been having a really hard time keeping this thing clean. That said, you'll also notice we've got a bit of a rainbow effect going on. But again, I'm going to be bringing up the price point quite often. This is a $100 tablet, so don't expect miracles here, folks, right? With that out of the way, we also have a 0.3 megapixel front-facing camera. Yes, it's nothing to be, excited about. However, hey, it's still a front-facing camera on a $100 tablet. Flipping it around to the back, it actually reveals the name. So we've got I don't know if it's going to be PIPO or PIPO, but it's a PIPO S1 Pro. We do have a 0.2 megapixel rear-facing camera. Like I said, expandable micro SD card slot. We do have a speaker, although I'm going to tell you guys from my experience right now, this could certainly use a volume boost. However, if you do need that extra volume, that's what the headphones jack is for, right? Also, we'll take you around to this side. Check this out. It's got an HDMI out port. How cool is that? Now, it doesn't unfortunately come with the HDMI out, with the mini HDMI cable. Although, go on Amazon, you can purchase those for dirt cheap. You and I both know you can get them for dirt cheap. And it has our micro USB slot. Though this also doubles as your USB OTG cable slot. So that said, although you can throw the 32 gigabyte card in and it's got the internal storage, you can also, if you want, and guess what? It comes with a USB OTG cable. So that's awesome that comes included with the tablet itself. Meaning, if you have, say for instance, a thumb drive or something like that with some considerable storage on it, well, you've got another storage option right there, which is absolutely fantastic. Keyboards, mice, things like that. You've got a bunch of options there. Jump into it here. As you can see, we've got access to our lock screen widgets. Unlock it, stock Android 4.2.2 Jelly Bean, I'm sorry. Now, as far as the GPU is concerned, it's a Mali 400. Now, that's another topic I'd like to touch base on really quickly. Keeping in mind that the resolution on this thing isn't that great. It's more of a media consumption device, more so, websites, articles, maybe some YouTube, things like that, Netflix. It's not going to be able to play games that you and I are going to want to play. At least my viewers, my core viewers, I know what kind of games you guys are into. We got Dead Trigger, we've got Need for Speed, we've got, Shadowgun Dead Zone. Unfortunately, this tablet, and yes, I have tried several high-performance games out there, it just wasn't able to run it. Although little games like, say, for instance, Unicorn Attack, Turbo Racing, things like that, it's able to play just fine, no lag whatsoever, which was great to see, right? Now, when I was talking about Netflix earlier, I do have Netflix downloaded. If we're going to compare this to the new Nexus 7 as an example right now, no, it's not going to look nearly as sharp and clear. We're not going to be able to achieve that, Netflix's quote-unquote super HD resolution. However, things like YouTube, I watch a lot of SourceFed, Philip DeFranco. I love their shows, love their channels. They look just fine. Obviously you can tell the difference in between, super high-res screens and not so high-res screens. 160 DPI isn't really all that to get excited about, but it actually ran it pretty darn well. And as you can see, as we're flipping through here, it actually handles general tasks pretty good. I know flipping through the application drawer and the widgets isn't really the best way to show you the performance. So I've actually done a Antutu benchmark on it, and all things considered, a score of 18,031 is actually pretty decent considering it's a $100 budget tablet. So that's absolutely fantastic. I was actually really pleased to see that type of score, although I know we can achieve much higher on other tablets. it's $100, guys. That said, overall, this thing's been pretty good. It comes with a 3200 milliamp hour battery. Now, considering that this is actually a pretty low power consumption tablet, you know, the processor isn't the best out there. The GPU doesn't exactly, the Mali 400 doesn't exactly use and chew up battery, especially the display, the low resolution displays. Obviously, everybody knows this display is what chews up your battery the most. This 3200 milliamp hour battery lasted me about 5 days, maybe I think even a week. Of me using it and playing around with it, whereas I was able to had to charge my new Nexus 7 twice in the time that I only had to charge this once. So that's pretty good news, right? Camera application here is really quite basic. So of course, you know, if I want to, you can switch to the front-facing or rear-facing camera. Jump down into the settings here. Very, very limited. As you can see, scene modes down to auto, store location, and of course your pixel size. And that's pretty much it. And as far as video is concerned, you can record video, but again, your settings are pretty much just as limited. Time lapse and store location is pretty much it. On-screen buttons, as you can see here. Let's jump into the settings menu. Do it like that, and so you do this. Obviously, as you can see, the menu here, the notification pull down isn't the same way, so you can't just flip over to your quick toggle settings. So this is kind of more or less your quick toggle settings. Jump into the actual settings here, and as we go down, you'll notice we do actually have options for HDMI, so we got some different settings there. Oddly enough, screenshot settings, I don't know if any of you would ever be interested in that, nevertheless. And other than that, everything's pretty much the same. We can jump into About Tablet, because I know some of you out there are going to be interested in that. So you can see we got the S1 Pro running Android 4.2.2. Rockchip is the manufacturer of this particular device. If we want to, we can go into system updates, although I've already checked for it today. There are no system updates. Overall, guys, it's a really great budget tablet. Like I said, for those of you out there that are looking to invest into something maybe for your kids or for your parents where, you know, maybe just some article reading, just some YouTube, things like that, this would be a great option for you. It does run games, like I said, although not the high performance type games out there. Once the websites are loaded, you know, we can pinch to zoom and it handles it pretty good. And of course, it renders it pretty quickly after that. Back up there, maybe we can go down to some... if we can click on, taking a little while there to load the rest, so we can go ahead and zoom in on the black text here. And as you can see, after it kind of like renders the images, it looks just fine. So that said, for $100, I think it's actually a pretty darn decent tablet, guys. You get quad-core processor, stock Android 4.2.2, front-facing and rear-facing cameras, expandable micro SD card slot, Mali 400 GPU, 1 gig of RAM. I mean, $100. That's pretty damn good, you know? Anyways, guys, I'm going to leave you with that. Thanks for watching, as always. I'll be posting a link in the description below so you guys can go and check this out. If you are interested in something like this for family or friends or maybe for your kids, I think this is a great choice. Let me know what you think of it in the comments down below. Is this something that you would consider buying as far as a budget tablet is concerned, or would you expect something a little bit more for $100? If you like this video, click that likes button down below. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this in the future, and you can always stay updated on all things the smoking Android by following me on Twitter and Google+. Those links are in the description below as well. That's it for now, guys. We'll see you next time. Cheers.